I might be about to ruin one of my favorite hoodies, or maybe I'll make it 10 times better. Hey friends, it's Bird, and today I am taking one of my favorite pullover hoodies. This is a very heavy sweatshirt. I do love it. I do not love pulling it over my head. And so I am actually going to add a zipper. Yep, we're going to put a zipper and we're going to make it a super cozy zip up hoodie. So if you've ever wished that your sweatshirt was easier to throw on, this is definitely for you. I'm going to walk you through all of the different steps. It is an easy process, so let's get into it. The first thing you want to do is measure from the neckline right where the hood meets the sweatshirt all the way down to the bottom of the waistband. That measurement tells you the zipper length that you'll need. In my case, I needed a 24-inch zipper, but yours may vary depending on the length of your sweatshirt. Make sure that you're using an open-ended zipper, not a closed one, because you want the sweatshirt to separate at the bottom once it's installed. Next, we need to find the exact center of the sweatshirt. Since this one has a pocket, it made it really easy. I found the center of the top of the pocket and the center of the bottom of the pocket, and that helped guide me. I'm using a heat erasable marker. I love these because once you press them with an iron, the marks disappear. But in this case, we're cutting along this line, so you won't see it anyway. Just make sure you're using something that won't bleed into your fabric. The heat erasable markers, as well as the zipper, came from Wawak. I highly recommend them for your sewing notions and tools. Joann's used to be my go-to spot, but Wawak has definitely filled that gap. Their shipping is spot on. I usually get it within the next day or two, and the prices are so good. Even better, honestly, than Joann's. I'm really excited about turning this pullover into a zip-up. I wanted to wear it more frequently, but just did not like pulling it over my head. It's just too thick. Now, you may have noticed I took a few extra seconds to double check that my line was truly centered and even made a few small adjustments. This step is important. If your zipper isn't centered, it's going to be noticeable once everything is installed. So this is not the part to rush. Now, this is where I take a deep breath and I carefully cut along the center line from the neckline all the way down to the bottom of the sweatshirt. Now it's time to install the zipper. You can use pins or clips to hold it in place. Personally, I really love Wawak's double-sided basting tape. It allows for efficiency, accuracy, and no slipping while I sew, but use whatever works best for you, your comfort level. You can use pins, clips, or you can even hand baste the zipper tape down to your fabric. Now, using double-sided basting tape, I lay it right along the right side of the fabric directly on that raw edge. Both sides of the tape are sticky, so as you pull it off the roll, you're pressing that bottom sticky side down onto your fabric. Then you simply peel away the paper backing to expose the top sticky layer. This basting tape actually comes in a few different widths. This one is probably the smaller size, and it's perfect for installing zippers. I use this size all the time to sew on zippers, on pouches, jeans, and other garments. I've even used this when working with leather or faux leather since you can't use heat, and you don't want to use pins because they puncture the material. After you peel away that top backing paper on the basting tape, you want to lay your zipper right on top of it. Make sure that the zipper is fully unzipped before placing it. Now, this is the important part. You want to position the zipper so the teeth are pointing away from the raw edge. The edge of the zipper tape should line up with the raw edge of your fabric. As you can see here, your zipper tape is right side facing on your garment. Now, let's head over to the sewing machine. Switch from your regular presser foot to a zipper foot. That will allow you to sew closer to the zipper teeth. I like to sew pretty much down the middle of the zipper tape. You want to take your time on this step and keep everything straight. Once you're happy with the way it looks on this side, you are going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Now, my sweatshirt is pretty bulky, and I'm honestly grateful that my sewing machine handled it so well, but there were definitely moments where I was sewing through 4 different layers of fabric, especially around the pocket area. So when you get to those thicker sections, take your time. It really helps to slow your machine down as you approach those bulky areas. And if your machine starts to struggle at all, you can manually walk it over those sections by turning your hand wheel. In these instances, moving the needle one stitch at a time reduces strain on your motor and helps prevent needle breakage. So slow and steady through the thick parts will give you a much cleaner finish. Now that the zipper tape is pretty much installed, when not done yet, the finishing step is really important. If you leave it as it is, that zipper tape can start to roll or open up on the inside, and it just won't look clean. It can look a little wavy or unfinished, so the next step is really important. It is really what locks everything in place and gives you that polished, finished look. If you want to get a little fancy, you could absolutely add bias tape along that raw edge to fully encase it and clean it up even more. That would give it a really beautiful interior finish. But for this sweatshirt, I'm keeping it simple and functional. But what I'm going to do is fold that raw edge where the zipper tape is toward the wrong side of the sweatshirt. You can use pins or clips as needed to keep everything in place. Then we're going to top stitch down the length of the zipper. This keeps the zipper tape laying flat on the inside and prevents it from flipping out over time. Because this is a thick sweatshirt fabric, I lengthen my stitch length slightly to help my machine handle the bulk. When you do reach the bulkier sections, especially near the pocket where you're stitching through several layers, ease up on the speed. If you notice your machine hesitating, use your hand wheel to guide the needle through those areas stitch by stitch. Giving your machine that extra support helps it power through the thickness without stressing your motor. But the biggest part really is to be patient in these spots. The care you take here is what gives your sweatshirt that clean, custom finish. And honestly, this project didn't take long at all. You can probably do this in 20 to 30 minutes, maybe even 45 minutes, but just take your time. Now let's talk about the very top of the zipper. You'll notice there's a little extra zipper tape extending beyond the neckline. Instead of leaving that exposed or cutting it, neatly fold it toward the inside of the sweatshirt. Now you can hand tack this down for a really invisible finish or simply secure it with a few stitches on your sewing machine. Either option works. The goal is just to keep it flat and secure so nothing flips out when you're wearing it. It's a small detail, but it makes a big difference in how clean and intentional the neckline looks. And just like that, your zipper is fully installed. Just like that, you've taken a basic pullover and transformed it into a custom zip-up sweatshirt. The entire project can take 30 to 45 minutes, but remember, accuracy matters more than speed. Taking your time with measuring, centering, and finishing is what makes the final result look polished. So in summary, here are the items you'll need for this project. An open-ended zipper that matches the length of your sweatshirt. A measuring ruler. I used my quilting ruler to make sure my center line was straight and accurate. Double-sided basting tape. Marking tools. I used a heat erasable pen, but tailor's chalk works as well. Both will disappear once you press your garment. And of course, a pair of sharp scissors to cut down the center front. You can absolutely use pins or clips to secure your zipper, but I personally prefer the Hyperstick double-sided basting tape. If you have any questions about any of the steps, drop them in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this tutorial, make sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications so you don't miss the next one. Thank you so much for spending time. See you in the next one.